Hello again, welcome back to All Crone Up. It's Francis, and how are you doing today? I hope you're having a good day. Today I want to talk, you know me and words, you may know me and words. I'm really into thinking about what things mean and what kind of implications come from using different words. And I've noticed as I'm getting older, so there's older and elder. I love this distinction. So if you're old or older, this is not good in our society. You know, an old person, you stick in an old person's home, you close the door, and they sit there watching the telly, and you forget that they're there. An elder, you go to for advice, you go to gain knowledge, to hear their stories, to understand more about life. That's an elder. And I mean, this whole channel, All Crone Up, the whole idea of a crone is the elder that lives outside the village that people go to for advice and for help and for guidance. That would be me, although I don't live outside a village. I do, on the other hand, walk along the park when it's really windy, so I hope you can still hear me. So the difference between old person and elder person, and I think it's a respectful situation. If for an old person, I think this seems to be in the culture that I'm living in the UK. There's not a lot of I'm going to go by this tree so it's not so windy. There's not a lot of respect for old people. Old people are like, yeah, they do, you know, they're sad and they don't know very much, and we'll just quietly leave them to it. Hopefully, I'm going to try and find the side of this tree that is more within that. There it is. We're staying here. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, the difference between old and elderly, because I think it's a really important distinction, and it's really interesting to see the way that people focus on old people as a negative time of life. And actually, it's so rich, it's so brilliant, because there's so much wisdom. Where I work at Lush, we sell stuff to dye hair, and so many people come to dye their hair and get rid of the greys. I love my greys. I love the way that I have these like clumps of white hair in the back here, and it's just like, ooh, I can't wait for it to be more all over the place, because it's this is my time. This is the time, and I'm so lucky to be at this time. A lot of people don't get to be an older person, an elder person, you know. But I think it's such a shame that people think that old people have no point of view. They don't have anything interesting to say. And this is for the young people. I'm going to turn here slightly because I think this is better for the wind. But here's for the young people. You never feel old. I don't feel like I'm 58. I don't behave like I'm 58. And there's nothing, and this is good. Why on earth? What makes an old person, apart from the number of years that you've been in this body? My body might feel old occasionally, although not at the moment. It feels really strong and healthy and young. Does it feel young? It feels strong and healthy, that's for sure. But, you know, what is the difference really, apart from the fact that I know more because I've been here longer? That's really the thing. And so if I've been here longer and I know more, then surely come to me and I'll help you with the things that you're going through now, because I've possibly gone through similar things in the lengths of time that I've been here. So it makes no sense that we treat old people the way that we treat them. They are elders. There are some communities and some cultures that really revere elders, and they go to them as a matter of course. You know, it's the elder that runs the whole village, or that is the kind of the matriarch or the patriarch of the whole place. It's such a shame that this is missing here. So, you know, when you look at older people, elder people, maybe make that distinction. Change the way that you think about old people, because we're not old. We're just wiser. We're wiser. We know things. It's how to video in the wind. But there's all kinds of knowledge that we have that you may not have yet, and that you will hopefully have as you get older. But it's not something to be scared of. It's not something to be fighting. A lot of people fight it by having injections and colouring hair and wearing a certain type of clothes. You know, I love tie-dye. I'm a bit of an old hippie. I will continue to wear tie-dye until I'm really, until I don't have any clothes anymore, or I don't need them anymore. So it's just it's very much a mindset and how you look at a thing and a perspective. So maybe this is my wish, is really for people to see older folk as elder folk, elder rather than older, and an elder people's home rather than an old people's home. Anyway, this has been a bit of a fun one. I hope it's made you have a bit of a think. Please put in the comments down below any thoughts on this. And if you've got anything else you'd like me to talk about, please let me know, and I will get on and do that for you. Okay, lots and lots of love to you. Have a great day. Bye.